We're following the ongoing back and forth on this tax cut status and if and when it materializes. House Ways and Means Chief Kevin Brady pushing the idea of a tax cut for all groups with Maria Bartiromo. Take a look.
We are unified around a very strong middle-class tax cuts. I want to lower the rates at every level so people can keep more of what they earn and we can grow the economy. I just honestly believe Washington takes too much of what people earn, and frankly, they also waste too much of what they take while they've got it.
All right, Forbes Media Chairman and Editor-in-Chief Steve Forbes, the back and forth on this, what do you make of this? I mean, could it imperil, especially given the fact that they're not all on the same page when it comes to tax cuts for everybody, as Kevin Brady seemed to intimate with Maria, versus the president's view, everybody except rich guys?
I think the bottom line is going to be self-preservation, political self-preservation. They know that if they don't get a big tax cut through, they're going to suffer probably big time in next year's elections. So all of this backing and forthing is just the normal kind of really debate you have before you put something on the table, and then when you finalize something. But there will be a big tax cut. There'll be a big business tax cut on the individual side. They know 5% of the people pay 70% of the revenue. So if you want capital creation and have incentives for investment, they got to do it across the board. So there's not going to be a big radical reform. There's not enough time for it, but there will be significant cuts, and they'll say, the heck with projections of deficits, which are never accurate anyway. We got to get this economy moving.
You know, Steve, I wonder what your thoughts on Karl Rove was here a little while ago, and he was saying it's not so much Democrats or those who are trying to water down this thing that you have to worry about. I'm paraphrasing. I hope I got the gist of it right. But it's groups like the Freedom Caucus, 30-plus members strong, who could torpedo any initiative in the House and have in the past done so again and again and again. What do you think of that?
Well, I think there's going to be enough in this bill when it finally gets passed that satisfies everyone. On the health care side, they really didn't know what they wanted to do. So people got dug in on various positions, and when they finally got something done with the House, they had to do it all over again with the Senate and couldn't. But this time, they've been on the tax issue for a number of years. They know they got to cut the rates.
Right.
They know they have to make everyone richer. So I think they'll get something done on this, unlike what they didn't do on health care.
You know what worries me, though, is when everyone seems to think that at least on taxes there's broader agreement than there was on health care. Then Orrin Hatch comes along, part of that gang of six, the Big Six, and he's the man who runs the Senate Finance Committee, who says that this, actually, the tax cut thing, is going to be much harder than health care getting on the same page. That worries me. What about you?
Well, I think somebody said the Big Six will be the Deep Six if they don't get a tax cut through.
They have to know that, right, Steve? I mean, I would think it's self-evident, very obvious that all your heinies are on the line, right?
Yes, and so they will get something done. One of the things I think they're going to be dusting off is what happened 5 or 6 years ago when they allowed the first 2 points of your Social Security tax to be excused for a couple of years. I think they'll do that again, first 2 or 3 points, to make sure that people who don't even pay income tax, but if they're working, will feel that their pay is going up. So I think at the end of the day, they're going to say, let's go big. This is the only way we're going to get out of this morass.
All right, Steve Forbes, thank you very, very much, my friend. Steve Forbes following this very, very closely.